Welcome to Gas Ed. Today, we will be discussing how a college student built a six-figure cold email business and the exact framework behind it. Cold email is literally one of the absolute fastest ways to get B2B clients on the planet. But when you inject modern AI workflows into the mix, it becomes an absolute powerhouse. Today, we're skipping the basic theory. We're going to deconstruct a proven system that generated over $500,000 in sales opportunities in just 6 months. We're going to look at the exact templates, the underlying infrastructure, and the psychology you need to make this work, even if you have zero sales experience.
Okay, let's just dive right into this blueprint. We're going to break this highly successful strategy down into 5 actionable steps for today's explainer. First, proof before profit. Second, the zero-risk offer. Third, the outbound playbook. Fourth, the anatomy of winning copy. And finally, tracking the data compass.
All right, kicking things off with phase 1, proof before profit. You know, the classic catch-22 of needing experience to get clients, but needing clients to get experience. It's the ultimate roadblock. So how do you actually build trust from absolute zero? Think about it. When you hop on a call with a prospect, the very first thing they'll ask is for your case studies. No case studies? The conversation is basically over right there. Trust is your biggest currency, and without it, your cold emails are just going to fall flat. The fix is kind of straightforward, though. A lot of folks try to avoid it. You got to build a trust Rolodex by trading free work for case studies. Start warm, friends, family. Like maybe you build a simple digital booking system for a local salon. It might not sound like enterprise-level tech, but if it helps a solo operator scale up to 10 grand in monthly recurring revenue, boom, you suddenly have incredible leverage. That single piece of free work is your skeleton key for unlocking high-ticket paid opportunities. And this hits right on the golden rule of speed to execution. Sell the outcome first and build after you get a commitment. It's crazy how often folks in the AI automation space spend weeks building these massive, complex agentic workflows only to realize nobody actually wants to buy them. Stop overbuilding in a vacuum. Pitch the offer, get concrete interest, and then put in the hours to build the tech. Once you've got that initial sliver of proof, you shift to cold outreach, which brings us to phase 2, the zero-risk offer. The psychology here revolves around a super memorable triad, a specific desired outcome, a set time frame, and total risk reversal. When you reach out cold, their barrier to entry is huge. By structuring it exactly like this, you're taking 100% of the friction off the prospect's shoulders and putting it totally on yours. Here's what that actually sounds like. I'll get you 10 meetings in 30 days, and if not, you don't pay a dime, right? The outcome is 10 meetings, the time frame is 30 days, and the risk reversal, their ultimate safety net, is that it's entirely free if it fails. It's an absolute no-brainer that turns a skeptical business owner into a willing partner. Moving on to the engine itself, phase 3 is the outbound playbook, diving into the actual technical mechanics of finding leads and scaling safely. So this turns into a real six-figure machine. This outbound playbook condenses a really dense workflow down into 4 precise steps. Find niche databases, clean that data rigorously, leverage AI for personalization at scale, and finally, build the right infrastructure to protect your operation. Let's break the big ones down. The real game changer here is lead sourcing. Stop guessing on broad platforms like LinkedIn Sales Nav or Apollo, where you have to cross your fingers and hope you found the right people. Instead, use AI research tools like Perplexity to find pre-filtered niche databases. Targeting architects? Don't scrape the whole internet. Just go straight to the American Institute of Architects directory. The filtering is 100% done for you. No more dead-end leads. Now, to scale this securely, the magic number is exactly 30. You want to set up multiple domains, but limit your sending volume to just 30 emails per inbox per day. Try sending 1,000 emails from one domain and you are getting flagged as spam immediately. By splitting it up across multiple domains and keeping that daily limit at 30, you fly totally under the radar, keep the Google algorithms perfectly happy, and still hit those massive volume targets. Okay, infrastructure is locked in. Let's look at the psychology of getting these things opened in a crowded inbox. Phase 4, anatomy of winning copy. Before they even read the email, you've got to nail the subject line. And whatever you do, avoid sales language. If it says, I want to run your cold email campaign, it's getting trashed instantly. Instead, go for internal team vibes. Make it a cliffhanger. Something like, cue from your neighbor, or just a casual lowercase question about their capacity. You want it to feel like it could be from a colleague or a client.
Once they open it, you hit them with highly personalized variable fields, basically AI-generated placeholders, to spark immediate curiosity. Keep the language superhuman and humble, not corporate. Mentioning their first name and the fact that they're based just down the street in their specific city is a massive pattern interrupt. Decision makers are completely fatigued by stoic, aggressive corporate pitches, so just acting like a genuine human being goes a really long way. Right after that warm opener, boom, drop your case study to build authority and seamlessly follow it up with that zero-risk triad we talked about earlier. Hey, I just helped this local business scale to 6 figures, and I can deliver X specific outcome for you in Y timeframe, and you literally don't owe me a thing unless it works. And finally, the call to action. Swap out the aggressive request for a 30-minute meeting with a low-pressure, soft CTA. Just ask if you can send over a quick 2-minute explanatory video. Asking for half an hour is huge. Asking for 90 seconds of their time? That's tiny. It drives way more positive replies, and by the time they do actually book a meeting with you, they've watched your pitch and completely understand your value prop. All right, bringing us to our final phase, Phase 5, tracking the data compass. We are reframing cold email from a game of rejection to a game of pure data optimization. Look, cold email is rough. You're going to get harsh rejections and mockery. It's just part of the whole shebang. But the secret to scaling is treating those negative replies purely as directional data. It's literally a compass telling you where to pivot. If people are annoyed or uninterested, it doesn't mean the model is broken. It just means the market is giving you real-time objective feedback that you need to adjust your list, your messaging, or your offer. And here is exactly how to benchmark your success. If your reply rate is under 2%, fix your deliverability or your lead list because you're probably hitting spam. If you're hovering between 2 and 5%, you're hitting the inbox, but your copy or offer needs tweaking because it just isn't compelling enough. But if you're hitting between 5 and 10%, welcome to the golden scaling zone. At thousands of emails a month, that is going to generate a massive, highly lucrative pipeline. So let's tie this all together. You absolutely do not need over-engineered tech from day one. Build trust with free work, craft that irresistible zero-risk offer, speak to prospects like an actual human being, and let the data guide your next move. Start small, track everything, and scale efficiently. Because if you can offer pure upside with zero risk on their end, honestly, what excuse do you have left not to hit send? That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.